Welcome once again to this week's sales. And this week we've got some real monster deals you will not be wanting to miss. So make sure you watch right to the end. And let's start with Chris Tales. This one, interestingly enough, is set in different times, where your actions in the past can affect the future. Inspired by classic JRPGs with turn-based combat, where you can even send your enemies through time to synchronize attacks for a unique combat style. Recruit different allies, and you can even travel aboard an airship or a boat, which will in turn help you traverse this lovely looking hand-drawn 2D fantasy world. Next up, Hand of Fate 2. In this card-dealing sequel to one of my admittedly favourite games of all time, I found this second trip into its world a little lackluster compared to its original. You will be tasked with dealing with the hand you're dealt in this mix of lady luck, storytelling and epic battles. The game, as like the first, weaves an interesting story, and I love the whole random adventure of it all, and having to pay a price for bad decisions or tactics. The voice acting is top notch as usual, but I would definitely say that if you get the chance to play the first one, I really would recommend it. Although admittedly not as good as the first one, I would say definitely for this discount price, it is now worth it. Ice Station Z was a game I failed to get into and found it a little lackluster and sparse. Set in a icy zombie apocalypse, IS2 can be played alone or with up to 8 to 10 players wirelessly or online. At the time of reviewing, it seemed to have a great following, which was a little bit odd considering I couldn't not find one person in an online game no matter how many times I tried. I found the lands were mostly barren with little to see or do, and to add to this, my encounters with walkers were very far and few between, which is a little bit bad and confusing considering the name of the game. I do still often get asked to go back in and replay the game, and I'm pretty sure someday I probably will. Although for $1.99 it may actually be worth a risk just to see if it's got any better now. 9 Monkeys of Shaolin is a little bit above average of a beat 'em up, whereas you'll be taking control of a Chinese fisherman seeking revenge of his friends and family. It's got co-op play of 1 to 2 players off and online, more than 25 levels, unlockable perks, items, fighting styles. I have to say I played this one when it came out and found it to be a pretty competent fighter with plenty of enemies to battle with using your pretty cool battle staff. For me, this is a great price for this game. And just a reminder, if you can do me a favour, to go ahead and hit them like and subscribe buttons. It really does help out my channel. Thank you very much. I still have fond memories of the time that I first played No Man's Sky on my PS4, and then the sheer delight of playing it in VR. And although it had a rocky start, I still consider this as one of my favourite games, to which you will have hours upon hours of gameplay, and even with the ability to explore all this on your own or up to 4 others. You can explore, trade, fight pirates or join factions, upgrade your ship to travel further, and upgrade your suit to survive the more hostile planets. Even back when this game came out first and it was a little bit sparse in what was offering and promised, I still knew that this game was going to be something special. Fury is penned as a fast-paced sword-fighting dual-stick shooter. It's your task to fight your way to freedom. One-on-one duels with deadly guardians that basically block your way to the gate to freedom. With a 7.8 user metascore and a 5.5 hour story of sorts, it would seem Fury is definitely a fan favourite. I did get to play a demo of it when it first came out, and I found it fun but hard. There's something interesting with just one-on-one battles that kinda almost has a Zen-like feel about it. This is a huge discount, and I would say that if you've been on the fence, maybe dropping now. And next up is a game I got the privilege to stream, Front Mission 2 Remake. Turn-based mech battles really have not been this much fun for a while. This one's got story, great battles, upgrades, loads of weapons and tons of enemies. Upon my stream, I found the game pretty solid and a good challenge. The story was laid on thick and seemed pretty decent. The combat solid with a great use of situational damage, i.e. different areas of the mech getting damaged and different effects therefore taking on. That hinders your progression and makes you think differently about how to proceed. If you're a fan of the series, I think it's safe to say you'll pretty well enjoy this one, and if not, then maybe it's time to jump in. Although it is worth saying that the first one is also on discount, so maybe it might be worth starting from there. This next game did come as a surprise as I was looking through all the bargains. Skull Island Rise of Kong. This one is a pre-order, out October the 17th. It promises a lot, and of course the worry is it delivers little. You play as Kong on his long journey to become the King of Skull Island. It boasts tons of battles of epic proportions, beasts and creatures, loads of different environments, swamps, jungles, waterfalls, combos and Kong's legendary roar. And there's even collectibles and unlockables and history of Skull Island. And of course, the discovery of Kong's very own origins. But be warned, this can go two ways, so maybe check some reviews first. But I will be definitely keeping my eye on this one myself. And with that, why not hit those like and subscribe buttons? It really does help the channel out immensely, and thank you very much for doing so. Come and join us in our community Discord. Always nice to have new members there to chat to and whatnot. Take care of yourselves out there. Be safe, because life is better when we game together.